Chance to ask Attorney Stuart Vance your legal questions live here on air for our Ask the Attorney segment. We have Kathy from Montgomery County on the line. Kathy, what's your question?
My question is, I've got some accounts in collection, and one of the companies, when I pay by credit card, they charge me $11.95 a month. Is that normal?
If it could be. A lot of times that you could pay off something and the total amount could be, I'm making this up, $5,000, and you could pay it off in one lump sum or make payments. Now my guess is if they do it, take it by payments, they're making more than that total balance. So I would check with them, because if they were willing to set it up on the card, they will probably also take a lump sum, and it may save you some service fees and some overages along the way. So yeah, I think they can do that. Again, collections is not my area, so I'm just going with what's kind of reasonable and sensible. They can do it that way, but it's usually not in your benefit if you're paying stuff out over time, because they're adding fees to that. So I'd call them and try to get it done in one lump sum and get it paid off.
And we have another caller on the line, Judy from Auburn. Judy, what's your question?
I was calling, I was getting my husband's Social Security, and he passed away 6 years ago. And I just had a very bad medical issue and lost one of my legs. And I was wondering, I've asked around, and some people tell me I can, and some say no, that I can't. But can I still get on disability and get my husband's Social Security?
Those are great questions. First of all, sorry for your loss. And again, this is not my area of practice, so I don't want to give you a hard answer because I don't know specifically the answer. But my guess is yes, you can still apply and may qualify for disability. The part about your husband's Social Security, I don't know that either. The disability attorney should be able to tell you that. If you need one, you can, we'll call you back off the air, and I can give you a couple of names in town that folks that just do Social Security disability, and they'll do a good job. So I'd reach out to them and ask that question. So I hope that gave you some direction. But again, sorry for what your loss and what you're going through.
All right, I'd appreciate it if you called me back.
Will do.
All right, thank you.
Judy, thanks so much for calling. And I think we have one more. Well, we thought we had one more caller on the line, but Judy had a good question, and you were able to direct her, or hopefully, to someone who deals with that a lot. We also got a lot of calls about collections today, and I know you have a network of attorneys that you work with. Do you have a network as well when it comes to collections, or do you just typically direct people to the bar? I
usually direct them to the bar, because with its collections, it's usually we're on the other side for our clients whose accounts may have fallen into the collections. And so, yeah, our relationship with those collection folks may not be top shelf what I can refer them to.
I appreciate the honesty.
But the state bar is a great place to call, as we talked about earlier. So a good place to start.
And I love that you are completely honest about what cases you handle and what cases don't fall in your scope. And we have a lot of people who call and say, I don't think this is personal injury related. And then you tell them, wait.
It could be.
I think it could be.
Yeah. That's why I always tell people when we're here, call and ask. I mean, it's, you hear our phone number, we sing it, we put it on the billboards. Call us and ask us, because it's a free call every time. And you'd hate to find out later that you didn't call and then you didn't get the answer to your question, and it could have made a difference. Even like these kinds of questions, we get them at the office too. And although we have no connection with the attorneys in town, other than I just know them, maybe I went to law school with them, whatever it might be, I'm happy to give folks that I think do a good job, give their reference out to other folks that might need them. So yeah, I go back to every time. There are lots of lawyers out there, and although when they give us our license, we can practice in any area. I would be cautious when you talk to a lawyer and make sure they are an expert in the area that you need legal assistance in.
It's similar to a doctor, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely just like that. Doctors don't like us to say we're just like that. But yes, professionally, yes. Our license is for any kind of law, but that doesn't mean I know much about things I was talking about. A mortgage, a home mortgage. There are lawyers that do closings for home mortgages. I wouldn't begin to do that. I don't have the background in that. I don't have 27 years experience in that area, but there are lawyers that do, and that's who I use for my, when I bought my house or refinanced my house. So get the right person with the right experience, and then that comes back around to us. If you're in an accident or you are injured, that's what we know. We're on top of that. We know the law in that, and if that affects you call us.
And you always say, not just to call you quickly,
Yes.
because time runs out.
It can run out quickly. We were doing something out of the office yesterday, and a guy came up to me and said, hey, let me ask you a question. It goes back to why we say you need somebody local. He kept asking me questions about a specific case, and I finally said, do you have a case? And he said, yeah. I said, well, who's your lawyer? You know, why are you, I mean, I'm happy to answer your questions, but I'm not your lawyer. And it was a lawyer, one of these advertisers that are not even in the state. And so it kind of goes back to, you know, he's there talking to me, come to my office. If you're my client, you can come in and get a direct answer to a direct question versus he who is dealing with a lawyer that's out of state, never talked to an attorney there. You know, I hate it for him, but that's sort of the pitfalls if you aren't using somebody that's reputable, that you know that you can come see. So it kind of goes back to what we often say here. Call us, ask us. If we can help you, we'll tell you. If we can't, we'll tell you.
And Stuart, give them that number to call if they weren't able to call this morning.
Yeah, it's as easy as dialing 3 for me, 333-3333, advancelawfirm.com or WSFA.com, and go to the website and list a question. We'll try to get it answered on the air.
All right, Stuart, thanks as always for joining us here on Alabama Live. We appreciate it.
Great to see you.